Sam Blakeman has been pushed to breaking point in recent weeks on Coronation Street, and tonight's episode delivered the most disturbing development in his storyline so far. The Weatherfield youngster has struggled badly ever since, uncovering the shocking truth about Megan Walsh secretly grooming Will Driscoll. Sam was the first to realize something inappropriate was happening between them, but exposing his suspicions ended up destroying his own sense of security. Determined to keep him quiet, Megan intentionally sabotaged Sam's confidence and targeted his education, leaving his mental health in an even more fragile condition. Feeling completely overwhelmed, Sam eventually turned to taking unprescribed Ritalin as he desperately tried to manage both the pressure at school and his emotional turmoil. Earlier scenes already showed the dangerous consequences of the medication misuse after Sam collapsed in the street, but recent episodes have confirmed that his condition is continuing to deteriorate. Although Megan now seems close to finally being exposed, Sam remains terrified, especially whenever he crosses paths with Will. Viewers recently watched Sam try to stand up to Will, only for the teenager to appear confused by Sam's fearful behavior. During Monday's episode, another encounter between the pair ended with Sam panicking and accidentally smashing his telescope after dropping it in fright. Wednesday's installment took the storyline in an even darker direction when Sam confronted what appeared to be an angry Will in an alleyway and attempted to fight back physically. Moments later, however, it became horrifyingly clear that Sam had actually been alone the entire time. The scene confirmed that he has started suffering from both visual and auditory hallucinations. While the soap has not yet revealed the exact reason behind Sam's symptoms, the storyline heavily implies that emotional trauma, severe stress, and the misuse of Ritalin have combined to leave him psychologically unstable. The twist has already triggered huge speculation among fans online, with some viewers now wondering whether Sam could somehow be linked to Theo Silverton's murder mystery, particularly if he believed he was defending himself during one of his hallucinations. However, the storyline may instead be building towards a more realistic medical explanation connected to methylphenidate, the drug commonly known as Ritalin. The medication is frequently prescribed to treat ADHD and can work very effectively when monitored properly by medical professionals. But taking it without supervision or a prescription can lead to serious side effects, especially in people who do not have ADHD. Possible reactions to misuse include anxiety, sleeplessness, paranoia, rapid heartbeat, and increased blood pressure. In more extreme cases, it can also contribute to hallucinations, irrational thinking, dependency, and severe emotional distress. Although Coronation Street has not confirmed that Ritalin alone is responsible for Sam's hallucinations, the drug appears to have intensified the emotional damage already caused by Megan's abuse. Spoilers have now revealed that Sam's paranoia will continue worsening, with even Roy Cropper unknowingly adding to his fears. At the same time, the mystery surrounding Theo's death remains unresolved as suspicion increasingly turns toward Gary Windus. Another dramatic twist is also approaching next week. DS Lisa Connor Swain begins questioning Summer Spellman about Theo's death just as Summer receives an opportunity to continue her studies in the United States. However, leaving Weatherfield may end up causing even bigger problems for her. Harriet Bibby has already hinted that Summer will begin making far more reckless decisions as the pressure surrounding her intensifies. For the moment, though, attention remains fixed on Sam as his devastating storyline continues, driving the young character into increasingly dangerous territory. Coronation Street is famous for delivering unexpected twists, and viewers are now left asking one major question: could Sam be hiding an even darker secret than anyone realized? Coronation Street revealed a powerful moment for Tim Metcalf as he finally confronted Tricia Marlowe about the abuse he suffered years ago. During recent episodes, the cab driver supported Will Driscoll in recognizing that his relationship with manipulative Megan Walsh had been abusive, encouraging the teenager to speak with the police. While helping Will through the situation, Tim began reflecting on his own past after losing his virginity to Tricia when he was only 14 and she was 20. He soon realized he needed to face her and speak openly about what happened. In the latest episode, Tim tried reaching out to Trisha by phone and text, hoping to discuss the past. After she ignored his attempts to contact her, Sally encouraged him to go directly to her workplace instead. Completely unaware of why Tim had arrived, Trisha greeted him casually before he insisted they needed to have an honest conversation. Tim admitted that when they first became involved, he believed he was the luckiest teenager alive. He explained that, at the time, he saw himself as an awkward schoolboy who couldn't believe an attractive older woman was interested in him. Mistaking the situation, Trisha assumed Tim was trying to reconnect romantically and brushed the past aside by saying it happened a long time ago. However, Tim stopped her and explained that he needed to finally say what had been weighing on him for years. He confessed that only recently had he understood the truth, that her relationship with him had been deeply inappropriate and harmful. Trisha appeared stunned by the accusation and defended herself by claiming Tim had pursued her and regularly skipped school to spend time with her. Tim firmly reminded her that he had only been 14 years old and was still a child. He pointed out that she should have been in a relationship with someone her own age instead of becoming involved with a teenager. As the conversation grew more emotional, Tim told her clearly that what happened between them was abuse and that she had taken advantage of him, no matter how she tried to justify it. Later at home, Tim opened up to Sally about the confrontation. Sally was furious that Trisha failed to apologize, but Tim explained that he no longer needed an apology from her. Coronation Street actor James Cartwright has hinted that viewers should expect a huge surprise when the truth behind Theo Silverton's murder is finally uncovered. The dramatic mystery storyline began earlier this month after Theo's lifeless body was discovered by Betsy Swain on the same day Carla and Lisa celebrated their wedding. The shocking scenes aired during the soap's heavily promoted Murder Week episodes. Although the killer's identity remains unknown, the list of possible suspects has now narrowed down to 6 residents: Summer Spellman, Danielle Silverton, Todd Grimshaw, Gary Windus, George Shuttleworth, and Christina Boyd. So far, George, Gary, and Todd have all faced police questioning as tensions within the community continue to rise and friendships become increasingly strained under suspicion. In episodes airing soon, Summer will find herself under intense scrutiny after investigators uncover evidence that raises further doubts about her innocence. Speaking at the BAFTA TV Awards on Sunday, James teased that fans may be completely wrong about who the real murderer is. He explained that being part of the storyline had been incredibly exciting before hinting that the truth would shock viewers because the culprit is not the person audiences currently expect. James jokingly suggested that almost anyone could be responsible, even mentioning Summer as a possibility, despite admitting it seemed unlikely. He also pointed out that George already had a violent confrontation with Theo earlier in the storyline. While remaining careful not to spoil the outcome, the actor reflected warmly on the murder plot that eventually led to his departure from the ITV soap. He described the experience as thrilling and said he felt extremely grateful to be involved during such a major storyline for the program. According to James, the storyline worked especially well because viewers were first left wondering who would die before then being pulled into the mystery surrounding the killer's identity. Meanwhile, upcoming scenes will see Summer preparing to leave Weatherfield after securing a place at a university in America. However, her sudden decision to leave only increases suspicion among those investigating Theo's death. Harriet Bibby recently explained that Summer is becoming increasingly desperate as pressure builds around everyone connected to Theo. She revealed that all of the characters linked to the victim are now focused on avoiding suspicion and trying not to attract further attention from police. Coronation Street continues airing on ITV1 during weeknights and is also available for streaming on ITVX.